On the news tonight, FCT security agencies warn carriers of fake news, reassures residents of safety. FCTA Chinese firm meets give hope for resumption of Abuja mass rail transit system. NTA set to renovate national television as DG defends 2022 budget at the Senate. A very good evening. Thanks for joining us on NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Miriam Emekamadi. Security agencies in the Federal Capital Territory have reassured that there is no cause for worry by residents, as necessary measures have always been put in place to guarantee security of lives and property. This is in the aftermath of the news which made the rounds last week purporting imminent siege on the nation's capital by alleged terrorists. Onotu Yakubu in this report spoke to some heads of agencies.
It all started from a leaked internal security advisory to members of staff by foreign missions in the country. Thereafter, harbingers of fake news took over to ply their trade in stock with stories of terrorists being arrested in possession of explosives and arms. Some business premises in the territory also joined in the frenzy atmosphere. But security agencies has reiterated the commitment of formations in the territory working in synergy to ensure the safety of all.
Our commandant addressing us and assigning responsibilities immediately and effectively, he charged the head of operation to act promptly in response to the intelligence that was gathered.
We are telling the members of the public to be calm. We assure them for protection. By God's grace, the security measures we in place into it will avoid anything that might have come.
Much worrisome is the significant role of fake news in sections of the media, which further drove a stronger wedge on the situation to create panic in the mind of residents.
It really affected us because a lot of residents were panicking here and there. Even people from outside FCT were calling in and being concerned about their families, members who are living in FCT.
The agencies allays the fear of residents and admonish them to go about their lawful businesses, as all hands are on deck to check any threats in the territory. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
Away from security, preparatory to the planned resumption of the operations of the Abuja Mass Rail Transit System, senior officials of the FCT administration have interfaced with the Chinese firm handling the project at the Operation Control Center of the rail system in Idu, Abuja. Onozu Yakubu was there for NTA News.
The meeting with the relevant stakeholders is to chart a way of ensuring the resumption of operations of the Abuja Mass Rail Transit System within the shortest possible time. This is coming against the backdrop of government's substantial investment in the light rail project. The project was test run shortly after it was inaugurated by President Muhammadu Buhari in July 2018, but forced to suspend operations with the emergence of COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID is over. We are desirous to resume operations, but there are certain issues that were not intended that are arisen, which will require attention. This is the purpose of coming here today, to look at the projects in its entirety, to know actions to be taken within the shortest possible time in order to restore the Abuja Mass Rail Transit System back into operations.
On securing the project, the FCTA Permanent Secretary reveals that measures have been put in place to ensure the project is adequately safeguarded.
In preparation for the resumption of operations, we have engaged security along the entire length of the Abuja Rail Mass Transit System. So, this is just in addition to the security that we provided on board and by other government agencies. So for the security of Abuja Rail Mass Transit, it is guaranteed.
Stakeholders believe that when operational, FCT residents will have yet another opportunity of enjoying an eco-friendly transport system. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority has put in place machinery aimed at reinvigorating the national broadcaster to meet its mandate in light of current realities. The Director General of the authority, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, shared his vision during the 2023 budget defense at the Senate. National Assembly correspondent Vivian Idabefo reports.
This is the first budget defense by Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos as the Director General of the NTA. At the prompting of the Chairman, Senate Committee on Information, Danladi Abdullahi Sankara, the Director General gives an overview of the current fiscal year.
Capital 50% was released, which is equivalent to 986,178,550.
He also speaks on the current market realities with regards to revenue generation from advertising for traditional media.
I think it is to the knowledge of all that today the advertising budget, about 60% goes to the social media as against what it used to be obtained a few years back.
But you know, people also tune in to the NTA, especially at 9 or when you have your news, and you can take advantage of that.
Some of these things that you see on the network and also programs and what have you are coming from the government. We have a social responsibility. We are not fully commercialized, so certain things must have to be done in the interest of the nation, sir.
Answering questions on the benefits of the partnership between the NTA and the Chinese Television Corporation, Star Times, the Director General explains that there are no monetary benefits, save for the digital advantage.
I realize that you have some partnership attached to NTA, such like Star Time. Apart from Star Time, there's what you people call NTA property. Please, can you brief us and tell us your relationship with those, your attachment?
The venture was in preparation for the DSO, and with the government position on the switchover, the benefit will begin to manifest more. But before now, if we check around, so many of our stations transmit both on terrestrial and also on the Star Times. And I think it is an added value to us. But monetarily, I can tell you that we don't have any benefit to report to the distinguished committee.
The chief executive officers of sister broadcasting organizations also had turns to defend their budgets. From the National Assembly, Vivian Idekpefo, NTA News.
Efforts at advancing medical science got a boost as doctors in reproductive medicine conclude a year-long training program on infertility and assisted reproductive technology for the post-fellowship diploma of the West African College of Surgeons. Hakimat Aliu brings us details.
The management of infertility and assisted reproductive technology is said to be one of the subspecialties in obstetrics and gynecology. Over the years, however, there was no certified or standardized training guiding its practice in the whole of West African sub-region. To change this narrative, the Nisa Premier Hospital, Abuja, one of the top healthcare providers, facilitated the year-long post-fellowship program for consultant gynecologists to acquire knowledge and skills in advanced fertility treatments. This provided participants training in vitro fertilization, IVF, and related technologies.
Just like it's done in other Europe and America, now we can now train experts.
The world is moving towards certifying basic minimum requirements for this kind of highly sensitive program, and we are very happy to be in the pioneer group.
Other members of the training faculty expressed confidence in the ability of Nigerian doctors in providing specialist care through the program.
And they will make management of infertility to be correctly done.
Participants described the fellowship program as exceptional, expressing gratitude to NISA Premier Hospital for availing them the opportunity.
I would like to use this opportunity to congratulate and thank NISA Premier Hospital. I would like to congratulate and thank the West African College of Surgeons.
In this place, we spent one whole year and we had a lot of hands-on.
It is instructive that NISA Premier Hospital was in 2014 accredited for postgraduate residency training in several specialties, including obstetrics, gynecology, family medicine, pediatrics, and anesthesia. The hospital is also the only center accredited in West Africa for post-fellowship diploma training in assisted reproductive technology. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
Towards fostering sisterhood and providing support and lifting the downtrodden in the society, the Amazons for Impact and Development Initiative targets the poorest of the poor. Serafina Okon-Umekwe reports on the inauguration of its executives and readiness to work for the vulnerable, especially at the orphanages.
Of the members of the Amazon group.
The official inauguration of the Amazons for Impact and Development Initiative, with primary focus in contributing and impacting the society positively to make it a better place for all. First ESCO members of the association, through its president, said their laudable mission is sinking of boreholes for orphanages across the 6 area councils of the FCT who lack access to potable water.
We felt that if we come together, the ingenuity, and people are different, we all have our different skills, our different gifts. If we can put our heads together, they say 2 good heads are better than 1. If we can put our ideas together, we'll be more effective and impactful.
The vision is born out of the fact that we believe that we cannot just live and exist in this planet Earth and pass without touching humanity.
Aside touching lives and humanity, they have mapped out a 3-year strategic plan, such as skill acquisition targeted at women. Chairman of the occasion, Obi Ilianusi, says, with such positive and collective energy, the dream of making Nigeria a better place just got started.
I think it's quite important that we all work together to make sure that things are made a little better for them.
We believe that Amazon will go very far. We cannot sit back in our families to enjoy while others are suffering somewhere.
These Amazons got to work by tasking themselves to ensure the proposed projects were met via individual donations. Indeed, these elegant women have engraved their footprints in the sands of time. As awards were presented to outstanding members and associates, one of such is the first female head of service of the Federation, Ebele Okeke, an engineer by profession. In Abuja, Serafina Okon-Umekwe, NTA News.
Avoid night travels to curb the high rate of auto crashes on the highway in the nation's capital, Abuja and beyond, is the advice of the Federal Road Safety Corps Local Government Unit Command on the Ember Month Advocacy Campaign, as Sabe Williams reports.
The campaign had officers of the local Goma units of FRSC and other sister agencies take to major streets to sensitize people on the need to drive safely as the year winds down.
This period, people want to cover what they did not cover for the last 4, 5, 6 months. People want to do this, they want to do that. So this period, we normally have a lot of cash on the road. But because of our empowerment, public enlightenment or awareness, we tell people on how to safely use the road when they are traveling or moving from one point to the other.
A significant stop was at the Brighter Rainbow Cartel International School, where practical demonstrations warned against the dangers of overspeeding, overloading, and use of expired tires, which contributes to major fatalities.
To do. Okay, if you don't want to go, don't go. If you want to go, go. You see this Christmas that is coming, I want to buy for my children. I see that right there is there, they must eat it. I don't want you to kill me, oh, thank you. Now go now, look for another person.
tell our Keke drivers, those of us that are here have had, and we are going to tell others that have not come here to know that overloading is not good.
Focus of the annual Ember Months campaign is to maintain safety, reduce accidents, and enjoy quality road experience. In Abuja, Asibe Williams, NTA News.
And now sports. Nigeria table tennis player Aruna Quadri drops on sport as Bayelsa Queens set to face TP Mazembe. Michael Okondo brings us details of these and more on Sports Brief.
The latest World Table Tennis rankings released in the early hours of Tuesday indicate that Nigeria's Aruna Quadri has dropped one spot due to his unimpressive performance in the recent WTT Championship in Macau. The Germany-based player, who was ranked 14th in the previous ranking, is now ranked 15th in the world with 1,745 points accumulated. Quadri crashed out of both tournaments in the round of 32. And in football, the Group B standings of the CAF Women Champions League release indicates Nigeria's women football and WAFU B champions Bayelsa Queens are now placed third on the log. This is due to the fact that Bayelsa Queens lost 2-1 in their opening Group B game to defending champions Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa on Monday in Marrakesh in the 2022 Women's Champions League. Nigeria's Bayelsa Queens will clash with TP Mazembe on Thursday, and Sundowns are set to lock horns with Wadi Degla. With Sports Brief, Michael Okondo, NTA News.
And that's the news in English translation. Listeners, stay with us.
Ama ba je shaje wo na bi ku shagbada yi wa na ba shi ba da wa mu president wa yi ba wono kwa na ba je ga yi abada kauda abusibida mba atutu fiafia yi na do mba mashi ba dai nge agutaje yin nge bala pata mana la washi na ba shi abanu ko shigbe nkize da ye ntu badadabo nko be chepo ko izaza kwele nse na mpie ahwan onoto yakubu wadai ngeza na gban nge badadai wadai ge iswado na atitishin ye ya ma gwamnati shin ya shin abanu ko ye shigbe ito wod na nge ba shin ya ye abusibida na bada kawidai infila ba ya shi ba shi tutu ge ma ba shin na ba awan ko nto jejebo gwamnati ekizina atitishi ba la abozo shinji ba godu eya ekinya nge atitishi azana gman ku sase na nasara nge achanisi atitishi edu ba shi asokowe she baba jegodu eya ekinya atitishi ekizina oneze yakubu wada nge she eyikitu koda ya Muhammadu Buhari ba egu eya ekinya atitishi ya abela ko jepagin ntu nge corona ya sabo ko be lesain baye ba jagwadonu ya akinya tati ekisi de ntuge ya bwa agmada ya shan apma kwai ntu ekisi na abyegibo nge ayi anabaye tati shi ya Asabe Williams wadai ogwo anabaye ga wadai nge abusibida mato zoko tati shi badai nge itoshi suko zaza ntuge wiegma na ba je jilo amato ba ku musia ko beile na ashigei de babye nu asoko titishiye lokogoma sapanya be dai sanu mba be kun sheba eye makanya anpeye bai gai ayakaya ntu amato zoko luko apmashibo nya bagodo nge eza teshinya sin ko wakwanya nwi wagodo wa kitu mato zoko luko be ko yiko bele na shigei aza hin sagilo magbaja na bai kuzo ibeja da wo so shekwasi ye paga yesu no jesu sai sai ibeja do
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum ga labaran yau a takaice mai karantawa dan uwanku Yusuf Yakubu. Gamayyar hukumomin tsaron da ke aiki a nan birnin tarayya Abuja sun sake bada tabbacin ingantaccen tsaron rayuka da dukiyoyin al'umma mazauna birnin Abuja inda suka ce babu sauran abin damuwa ko fargaba a birnin, kowa ya ci gaba da neman taro da kwabansa cikin lumana da kwanciyar hankali. Wakilinmu Ilyasu Onoto Yakubu ya haɗo mana rahoto cewa hukumomin sun sake jaddada haka ne domin wayarwa da al'umma kai akan rahoton da ake yadawa a makon da ya gabata cewa ana zargin 'yan ta'adda za su kawo hari nan birnin Abuja. A ci gaba da shirye-shiryen dawo da aikin jirgin ƙasa wanda zai ke aiki a ƙwaryar birnin Abuja da kewaye domin kawo sauƙin sufuri da kyautata rayuwar al'umma mazauna birnin. Wakilin Mushaibu Onozo Yakubu ya rawaito mana cewa manyan jami'an hukumar birnin tarayya sun gana da kamfanin 'yan China wanda aka baiwa kwangilar aikin a cibiyar aikin jirgin a garin Ido da kenan Abuja. Aikin jirgin da shugaban kasa Muhammadu Buhari ya kaddamar amma zuwan cutar corona ya tsaye da shi, ana kyautata zato idan aka kammala shi za a samu sauki da ci gaba a harkokin sufurin birnin Abuja. An shawarci masu ababen hawa a nan birnin Abuja da su guji yin bulaguro da daddare domin rage yawan haɗuran da ke faruwa a manyan hanyoyin Abuja da sauran hanyoyin biranen ƙasar nan. Wakiliyar ma Asabe Tanimu Williams ta shaida mana cewa rundunar hukumar kiyaye faruwar haɗuran hanya ta Lokogoma da ke nan birnin Abuja da sauran takwarorinta ita ce ta ba da shawarar a yayin da ta fara aikin faɗakar da al'umma na watanni hudun ƙarshen shekara da mutane ke zirga-zirgar tafiye-tafiye zuwa sassa daban-daban na ƙasar nan, inda suka gudanar da shirye-shirye daban-daban domin faɗakar da al'umma akan haɗuran da ke tattare da yin bulaguro a lokacin. Ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu kwana lafiya.
Igbo ndị ọma ya ahazikwala ọzọ maka iwetara gị akụkọ nke abalị. Ọ bụ Chisom Soniwaka Afọji nke abalị a ka anyị gaa n'iru. Ụlọ ọrụ ndị ọrụ nchekwa dị iche iche nwere n'obodo a bụ FCT emesịla obi ike na ndị bi n'obodo a ekwesịghị inwe egwu ọbụla n'ihi na ndị ọrụ nchekwa n'obodo a na-agba mbọ ịhụ na enyere ndụ na akụnụba n'obodo a ezi nchekwa. Onoto Yakubu onye ọrụ anyị gbara ụfọdụ ndị isi ụlọ ọrụ a nchekwa n'obodo a ajụjụ ọnụ ma kwuo na osote onye isi ndị uwe ojii Nurudeen Sabo kọwara na etinyela ndị ọrụ nchekwa na-eji ụgbọala eme njegharị n'ụzọ ebe ha jikwa ohere akpọkuo ndị bi n'obodo a ka ha gaa n'ihu ime ihe ha na-eme iwu kwadoro ma tinye aka site n'inye ozi ndị dị mkpa n'ọrụ nchekwa. Dịka a na-ahazi ịmalite ọrụ ụgbọ oloko dị mfe ịgba n'obodo a bụ Abuja, ndị isi ụlọ ọrụ ọchịchị obodo a abanyela inwe mkparịta ụka ha na ụlọ ọrụ mba China ji ọrụ a n'isi ụlọ nke mmalite nke njem ụgbọ oloko a dị n'obodo Idu nke Abuja. Onozo Yakubu onye ọrụ anyị n'akụkọ a kwuo na mkparịta ụka bụ iji chọpụta ụzọ ka mma iji malite njem ụgbọ oloko a, ebe onye odeakwụkwọ ọchịchị obodo a kọwara na ọchịchị obodo a etinyela usoro dị mma ịhụ na echekwara ngwa ụgbọ oloko ndị a n'ụlọ ọrụ ha. Ha na-atụ anya na njem ụgbọ oloko a malite ọ ga-eme ka ndị bi n'obodo a nweta usoro ime njem dị ụtọ ma maa mma. Ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka enweghị ọghọm okporo ụzọ kpọrọ FRSC na-adụ ọdụ ka ndị mmadụ kwụsị ị na-eme njem abalị iji kwụsị oke ọghọm nke ihe mberede okporo ụzọ. Asabe Williams webatara anyị akụkọ na nke a bụ ụfọdụ ndụmọdụ ụlọ ọrụ ngalaba nke obodo Lokogoma na-enye dịka ha banyere agba nkụzi ihe ha maka ọnwa ndị dị na ngwụsị afọ a, ebe ha mere nkwụsị n'ụlọ akwụkwọ Brighter Rainbow Castle International bụ ebe ha nọrọ dụ ọdụ maka ụgbọala igba oke ọsọ, itinye ụkwụ ụgbọala oge ndụ ya gafere nakwa ibunye ụgbọala ihe karịrị ya. Agba nkụzi ihe a bụ iji nye aka belata ihe ọghọm nke okporo ụzọ. Ka nkwara ngwongwo mpụ ka anyị bụ n'ochi. Ndewo.
kálẹ̀ o ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbọ̀nyìn láti lè ṣe amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá Ọláyínká Adéníjì ni oníròyìn yín ní báyìí gbogbo àwọn elétò ààbò nílùú Àbújá ti mú dájú fún àwọn aráàlú wípé kí wọ́n má ṣe fòyà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí wọ́n má ṣe ní ìbẹ̀rù bojo bó ti wù kó rí lórí àhesọ ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ewu ń bẹ lóko lóńgẹ́ ìlú Àbújá àti wípé ìlú Àbújá fúnra ara rẹ̀ báyìí ewu ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa Ọ̀nàtú Yakubu ṣe jábọ̀ ó ní àwọn elétò ààbò yìí fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ wípé kí gbogbo aráàlú fọkànbalẹ̀ kí wọ́n sì máa lọ máa bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí iṣẹ́ àti ìṣe wọn ó máa lọ láìsí kọ́mi-ń-kọ́hún bó ti wù torí wípé àlàáfíà ni. Ní ìgbáradì fún pípadà ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ọkọ̀ ojú irin nílùú Àbújá àwọn lọ́gàlọ́gà tó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ tó ń ṣàkóso ìlú Àbújá ti ṣèpàdé pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn kọ̀ǹgílá láti orílẹ̀-èdè China tó ń ṣe kòkárí ètò ìrìnnà ọkọ̀ ojú irin náà láti rí dájú pé ètò tó múnádóko ni yóò jẹ́ látàrí ìpadàbọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ àti ìṣe ìrìnnà ọkọ̀ ojú irin náà láìsí àní-àní gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọ̀nàzè Yakub aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa ṣe jábọ̀. Ẹ má ṣe rìnrìn àjò alẹ́ mọ́ bó ti wù kó rí kí ìjàmbá mọ́tò ojú pópó ó lè di àfìsẹ́yìn tégún fiṣọ nínú oṣù bàbàbà yìí pàápàá jùlọ nílùú Àbújá àti agbègbè rẹ̀. Àṣàbí Williams aṣojú kọ̀ròyìn wa ṣàlàyé wípé èyí gan ni kókó ọ̀rọ̀ níbi tí àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ ojú pópó FRSC ẹ̀ka ti agbègbè ti Lòkògómà gùn lé láti lè fi pàkíyèsí àti àrọwà àwọn ènìyàn lákòókò oṣù bàbàbà yìí tó mú wọn fi ṣe ìwọ́de wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́ lójú pópó láti lè fi rí dájú wípé èròǹgbà wọn gbilẹ̀ tó ìròyìn ọ̀hún kò ní ju báyìí lọ ìmúlòní kan bó agbọ̀n ọ̀sẹ̀rẹ̀ lóní ọ̀hún ìmí rẹ̀ lájẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà yìí o ẹjẹ́ àṣekú dára ọkọ̀ọ̀kan láòjì o ká sùn láyọ̀.